And good morning and welcome back to Fallout 4. This is Horizon 1.8 and I hope you're well and I hope you're keeping safe. Now today we're going to sort out Sanctuary, ready for us to leave it to get on with stuff. Because in all things Horizon you have to do something to get something else, and it's like a bit of a line really and a bit of a build. So without further ado, let's have a quick look. Where are we? I want to go there. First, the level up. In order to build lots of things I'm going to need lots of materials, and to get level 2 on my tech level, ideally I'm going to need gun nut, and I'm also going to need scrapping so that I can bring more stuff home. And I'm going to need, and I do tend to take that one over gun nut because I haven't really got many materials to affect my guns at the moment. So that means now, well, I can scrap things on the fly because my salvaging skill is now about 25, 26. And let's just quickly check here. We go to skill menu, salvaging 25. There you go, in the year. Right, now we need I need to get the place scrapped and tidied up so that I can actually do some things. So there's a few things we can make right off the start. We have no leather yet, which is something we're going to have to sort out in a tick. So, but I don't need a caravan hub because I've got nowhere I can go to. So, we're going to need a scrap station, a mailbox. Once you have a companion, I've got Codsworth, doesn't include dog meat, get a mailbox because we'll probably find there's some bits in there already. I am going to get a resource station, I believe heavily in those. I'm going to put, whoop, oh dear God, here we are. The recruitment station there, because we are going to need that. Command table we won't need yet until we do missions, and missions are from items in the production menu. Training desk we don't need until we're level 15, because that's when you can start to pick a specialization, but you don't have to pick it at 15. You get your second one at 30. Medical services, if you have a doctor in a settlement, if you put one of these down, rather than having to find your doctor to cure you, just click on the wheelchair and that does the job for you. But these, you see, what I actually want are tech level 2, and we can't do tech 2. Now, if you don't want to have scrapper, there is a shredder that you can put junk, clothing and armour in. The sad thing is you can't take it with you. Right, so next thing I'm going to do is we're going to start the scrapper. We can remove all the corpses, which is handy. That won't take long at all. There you go. Gets rid of all of those because they don't give me anything. Now, we could scrap everything, or depending on how you want your sanctuary to be, you can scrap some of it or lots of it. I'm personally going to scrap everything. Now, we're going to have to stay in Sanctuary for about 3 to 5 minutes, really. So, the thing that is not scrapped, what is not scrapped? Some furniture. The lamps, the broken ones, they are not scrapped. So go ahead and get those because you do want them, because you can see it's got a broken light bulb, we'll have a look at in a sec, but a fuse, which will give you copper, but steel, rubber and basic circuitry. And if we looked at, that's not going to be here, is it? That's going to be that's going to be moved straight through, so we'll have to come back to that in a tick. Cars are not scrapped. Lamps, not scrapped. Oh, do you see that just disappeared in front of me? I have to say, this is really quite efficient. I'll come back and do the furniture in a tick. Television, definitely. Radios, televisions, you will have to scrap those. The buildings that are left, you will have to scrap. They won't be done for you. because obviously some people like them. And you can see bits disappearing in front of my eyes. And this does make life... should go. There's a TV we can get rid of. And you can see bits disappearing before our very eyes. I'll do that because I wanted the aluminium tray. That doesn't go. And that doesn't go. Okay. There's a few other bits in there, but we'll get those later. Of course, build a generator. We will. Let's just get rid of the big stuff first. But you see, in order to get some of the bits we need before we leave Sanctuary, like turrets, would be very nice. If we go to the architect, there we go. 2,500 items were deposited. I can only build one turret. 8. And its pipe weapon parts are now the thing that are slowing me down. That's good. We'll deal with that in a second. Okay. Like to be able to put at least 2 turrets if I could. 3 or 4. How many can I do? 8, 16, 24. So I could put down 3 turrets at the minute. Okay. Fine. Although if I just keep getting rid of these. But as you can see, clearing out Sanctuary is so much... I don't know where the guys are off to, but hey ho. Now, that means that everything left is stuff that some people would like to have, or just haven't been included on the list, which is, do you know what? Still pretty impressive. All that work done. There's some more basic circuitry there. I'll have that, scrap that. If you hear snoring, that's the lovely Heidi. He's definitely having a chilled morning this morning. It's a bit of steel, but it's better than nothing. Okay. And there's you. There's that. There's another telly over there. How are we doing? So pipe weapon parts are now going to be the limiting factor. Okay. Let's move on and build. Now, this is where it gets interesting. First thing we want to do is we want to attract people. Now, do not use the normal... Where are we? Do not use this recruitment beacon, because this will be limited. This one is way better because it gives you your chance to recruit. It tells you how many people you can have. Max 26, which is kind of impressive. Put the gun away, Judy. Put the gun away. Hang on. I'm really hungry as well, but never mind. We will eat in a while. Right, let's go back. Now, power. To be efficient with my power usage, I'm thinking, should I put it here? Hang on. First thing we need is water. I can have 9 of these, but they take basic circuitry, aluminium. These take only 1 basic circuitry, the older style. They don't look as good, but they're sort of old. Now, they can only go in water. Oh, that works there. That's an interesting place to have that. Can I put another one there? No. I want a place where I can have 2. Okay, up here is not bad actually. I kind of like up here. We should be able to put another one right next to it. Excellent. So that needs 3 power, that needs 3 power. This needs 1 power. So if we were to put them together, power-wise, we're going to be efficient here because I don't want to build more than I need. We've got a generator. However, We only need 3 and 3 and 1, so we need 7 power. If you come across, there's a battery, which is not too bad. Quite cheap, does the job. And now we can feed these two. And what I will do is, will that? No, because that's in the way. So if we go to switches, I can have a switch here. No, don't cancel it. There. Okay, we are now recruiting. However, our chance to recruit is really light. We've got lots of water, but we have no beds, no defence. And as I've said, we are only starting, and this is tech level 1 and trading level 1. So, fair enough, the thing is, we're not an interesting settlement to find and come and stay at. Not really. So, let's move that over there. That'll do. There we go. I will get rid of that and that. Now, the next thing is, in Architect you can build houses, and I do love using those. There's one problem. We have construction level 1, and we need construction 2 plus to do anything else. Well, numbers of settlers, 5, will affect your construction, which is why it's a good idea to go and get Preston from day 1, unfortunately, because he and the group will count towards your construction level. So, what can we do in the meantime, though? We can build a tiny building, and it is tiny. I will show you the tiny building. This is what you can do, unless you go into, hang on, you can cheat it if you wish. Hang on, where are I? 7, not F7. Game options menu. Oh, hang on, I want this rangefinder kills on. I don't use VATS overdrive, although I might do one day. None of those. Nope, there we are. And Architect options menu. Now, using this, we could change it so that we've actually got access to all the buildings now, but I won't have a lot of materials for all of them, so I'm quite happy leaving it as it goes. You can change your settler options here. I like it so that not companions, I will outfit those as myself, but they will automatically go. You can outfit people appropriately and just click on these to change them, but I like them as mercenaries. Weapons and ammo are sent to your inventory, so you can manage that. It does show it, and it does say use supply lines. A lot of your stuff is available either between the toolkit or the resource station. They both do an awful lot for you, which is why it's really handy you're going away to have a resource station. Now, let's go back to building. Oh, the house. Yes. Here we go. Let's have a look at what can we build with this. Or you can either have no design, but you can have a shed. So if we accept that, let's build a shed, shall we? Yep. That's it. That is what we can build at the moment. You know, it's nice. Not quite what I wanted, but it will do. Now, what else can we build for people that will just make them a bit happier? If we go to production and we go to speciality jobs and services, again, a lot of these, like a heater, I'd like to put down. The fireplace uses less important materials. However, all tech level, at least tech 2. And as you go up, fridges, tech 4. However, we can give our lovely people a toilet. And let's have a look, shall we? Oh, let's see, let's just get that dipped down a bit. Let's see how accurate that is. That will improve the sanitation of the settlement. As you can see, top left, sewage management is now at 1. And that is important because there is a wellness factor in the game which does affect how efficient everyone is. Because if you don't have sewage facilities, well, you don't. So, let's have a look, shall we? Now, let's move this. Move that there first. Get it to remove. Okay, now. I could put this there. Although I'm thinking, actually, I would rather it was more there, behind them. Nope, bit more. Come on. Right, do that again. Now. Right. How are we doing? Okay. Bit more. Marvellous. That should suffice. Then I can just put a wall there. I'm going to put it back just a smidge. So it's more in line with this corner. So that when I put a wall there, it will fit better. Yeah, there we go. That'll do. And over there and over that way just a bit. Yeah, nice. I'm quite happy with that. So if we go to here, there are no beds or anything with it. The best it's got is a door. However, I am going to lock it. That means that now I can move this without moving this. If I pick this up without locking it, well, the lock is putting that in place. Okay, and what I'm going to do is when we get some jobs for people to do, I will probably put a couple in there, and I may take the door off, because if we go doors off, it's just a very simple walk in and then walk out. Oh, I say, there's a toaster. And a cup.
If there's a use to that, I'll eat my hat.
You haven't got a hat yet, Codsworth, but we will sort that out. You can keep these until you get much higher at salvaging, and then you can take more bits from them. However, there's going to be loads of bits out in the world, so I'm not too fussed. Right. Next stage. I'm jumping all over the place here. So we have got sanitation. We don't have food. We don't have any people, and we probably won't for a bit of time, because I can't make those. And if we go to mission jobs, mining, factories. Nope, can't do any of those yet. Or research. Can't do... Oh, nope, no educational material. I can't lease anything. Lights and power. Decorations. Got trees, which we can put in, but that uses fertilizer. And the structural pieces, there are, if you are building, there are a lot of structural pieces you've got here. Don't ignore them. They are really good. Look at, because you've got all the different tops to them as well. And wooden floors. So that if you wanted to build wharfs and things, I think that's really where they come from. Steps. And walls and columns. It's kind of nice. You can actually build. I mean, I know that's really bright. But if we put... Oh, here we are. If we put it in the shade. These are just... You can build some really nice looking buildings if you actually want to. You've got all the supports and the columns. But anyway, I digress. Don't want to get into that just yet. What can we do here? Income and entertainment, happiness. That's Tech 2. And Trailblazer 2, no. Empty counters, income bonuses, no. So, we need to look at the basics now. Now, I'm pretty sure I've got enough goods. However, for the moment, I would rather just put 3 gourd down, because gourds are used in Radoff, I think it's called. And as you can see, I have got, hang on, quite a bit of radiation. Let's take some of that radawale off. I'm really hungry as well, so before I sleep tonight, there we are. We're going to have to make sure I've got all that I need. Right. Oh, I suppose I should have picked up the cooking station as well. Never mind, because we're going to need that. I do quite like having something generally down here. But what I will do is I will build a place just here for the time being. For me. Just to put my equipment in. But for the moment I'm not building anything else. Because I just don't have the resources. Now. We have a look at this, the chem station remedies. I need survival 60, Radoff. There we are. I need survival 30, which is melons. Actually, it is only 30, isn't it? And I'm not going to have anywhere enough. So, guys, I'll have another 3. Oh, this is the 6. No wonder I want the 3. The gourd trellis. So, there we go. So, that will give me 6 food when I get a settler. Unfortunately, no. I want to keep the melons until such time as I get survival, because, and you see all the things I'm having to think about. 2851. So if we went away and did some picking up of plants and things, we need 58. So that's going to be what, about 15 plants with any luck. 15 things. We should have enough to go up to a 30 so we can start doing our survival. There's not everything has to be done with perks. It's like, and I will say as well now, no, I will explain as I do this. I'm sorry, I'm all over the place today. Okay, so things like armourer and gun nut are increased by usage to a degree. However, locksmith and hacker, I think on the last playthrough I did not pick these. I slowly did it. I think I will pick those just to actually increase it, because once you've got those two, you can get enough skills to get you so that you can pick master locks. It will do all of it. So now, defense architect. I prefer using, again, horizon defenses. This tower does 6 defense. I can place it anywhere. Oh, you're being very difficult. Hang on, I've got to lift it up just a smidge. Okay. Hang on. Try and do this sideways. No. Yeah. The only reason is it has bits that stick out the side. How straight are we? Oh, do you know what? That'll do. That will do. Because this, actually, in a second, there we are. It has places for turrets. And the turrets, all of these turrets, do a similar job. However, Cost-wise, you see that one needs rubber as well as everything else. 8 pipe weapon parts. Okay. You know what I need to do? I need pipe weapon parts. And we have got a lot here. Now, that one is worth 23 caps. So I would get about 12 caps for it. So I will put 200. I will, you know what, I'm going to scrap it. I'd rather have the bits now. I'm going to sell those because they are worth 5 each and only weigh 1. Spatula, same with the tire iron, combat knife, all of those I will sell. The shovel just makes a simple tool, and all of these we can go. Okay, next I need leather. What other things do I not want? Okay, if it has a value of 4, that's bearing in mind that that would, you only get the best sort of half of that. So I tend to get rid of anything that has got 4 until maybe later on in the game, in which case 2 caps is better than none. But a harness like that, no. That weighs 3 for 10, so I can get rid of that. That's fine. 4. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. Those I like. Keep that tattered field jacket. 4. 4. 8. Dog collar. 1 for 7, so it's 3. There. Okay.
Surely you can put some of that down.
I could, Codsworth. Now, I want my combat pistol. I like that. I've got this one I've said I'm going to scrap. And scrap. Scrap. And as you can see, pipe weapon parts. I've kept this one. Although the combat pistol is doing 38. Which has got 119 over 66. And it does 14 and 6. So let's just get rid of that because don't need it. That can do 45s as well. I have no 5.56, so that makes very little choice about it. That does the same sort of thing. However, it does 19. It's slightly more accurate, but much less damage, so we might have to look at upgrading that at some point. Common tool, very useful. Buttercut leg, spatula, kitchen tool, walking cane, knuckles, copper pipe. Now, if you scrap a copper pipe on a workbench, you get 4. I believe if you do it in the field through scrapping, you get 2. So copper pipes, don't scrap. Lead pipes, again. Whoop, hang on. There. Will give you 2 lead. 1 in the field, I believe it is. So that's totally ruined. And the switchblade, there. Now, let's put stuff away. Clean bottles, good. My carry capacity is 106, but that's because I've got all these bits of armour. Hang on. I think I've got a piece of armour I can put on. Let's have a look, shall we? Left arm, chest is good. Left leg, right leg. Okay. So I'm still 1 piece down, but it's better than none. Eat all these leather. Oh, and the shoulder bag we've got to sort out as well. Hose, straps, flannel. Get rid of. Oh, excuse me 1 second. There we go, the obligatory cough first thing in the morning. God, dear, I don't know what it is. Although I have had the back door open so that Heidi can come and go. Oh, no, it won't do that one, not the road flannels. Right. Now, There is a way to mark these so that they do appear right there. And Vanguard at the top of the list without subject to these, which we will have a look at in this game. Now, shoulder bag needs to be fixed, because the one thing we didn't put over here, which is a huge necessity, and it is almost the linchpin of everything we do, sorry, Codsworth, come out of the way, is the tech lab. That will through that we can increase our tech level. And if I show you what I'm looking for, that one. Now, we don't have liquid fuel, but I know places to get it. Nuclear material, we don't have enough, but we can get it. We now have got pipe and pistol, but we need shotgun parts to actually do it. And we need ballistics 20, which we will get through gun nut 1. So, we can't upgrade to tech 2, not yet. Purely because we don't have the materials to do so. But there is some equipment that we can actually get, and that's a backpack. Now, I like a double slot backpack because it increases the amount you can carry. So we can have a backpack. You've got an upper backpack, actually sits up there on the top of your chest. You've got a lower backpack which fits down there across the small of your back. You can use a backpack upper and lower for the effect, that works, but you can only have 2 slots on your back. So you can have a shoulder bag, and because she's already got, and she looks okay with a shoulder bag, but if you look at the slots and the amount of materials, to get a double is twice the cost. Which makes a lot of sense, to be honest. It's very simple and straightforward. So what I am going to do, the backpack I've got now, the shoulder bag, we're going to put away. Now, if I put on a shoulder bag, this has got pack 1 on it, which increases carry capacity by 20. And this increases carry capacity by 20. And in order to get to double that capacity, so 40 each, we'd need tailoring 1, which is the old armourer tab. So we'd need armourer 1. So at some point we're going to have gun nut 1, tailor 1, in order to do the extra bits we want. However, if we go to here, we've got 40 on our carry capacity. Which helps a lot, especially as we've now got Scrapper and Dog
Hey.
should have nothing. That's fine, just the harness.
Hey.
And Dog and Codsworth rather.
It's yours, Mum.
Correct. And also a little tip, when you have Codsworth,
Here you go.
talk to him every day, because he will give
Nothing
you
else for now.
All right,
a
then.
sanitized water.
Heads up.
Miss Kincaid.
Codsworth.
Mum.
Okay. No, that was it. Nothing else for
That's
now.
All right, then.
That's good. He should have given that to me now. Food and water. 4. I think I had 3. So, yep. So I've got every day Codsworth will give you another one. How are we doing for time? 5:44. Okay. So we've got all the workbenches we now need. We need food, which we won't get until Codsworth, until someone arrives. We are going to need defense. Can't get that one. So, hang on, I don't want the pipe turrets. You see these? They only give you a 4 defense. Okay, this is a turret through the old Fallout 4 system. If you use a turret like these, and if I go here, you see that gives us 12 defense. Huge difference. And also, as our tech level goes up, more things will be added here, up until things like Gauss rifles, plasma rifles, heavy lasers, all that sort of stuff. And again, as is normal with Architect, you can use the nudge button to move it wherever you want to. So if you want to move it so it's actually in something, or down a bit so it fits in there, absolutely fine. Okay, now I want another. Now we have raids from over there. Raids from over there, and raids from over there. So that one will help cover that aspect. I want another one over here, and again, this one is very good, but very expensive. And yes, you can upgrade it in the future, but I've never actually got that function to work. So I'm going to stick to cheap and cheerful, cheap as chips sort of thing. You know, just there. Now you have got all of these as well, which will actually still give you 2 or 6 depending on how you want to have it. But at the moment I am more than happy to have 24 defense. Let's have a look. There we go. So the water is 23. So the defense is more than that. And the thing about Horizon is Zonal has reduced the number of attacks that happen on your settlement. You'll still get them occasionally, but nowhere near what would have happened before, or in some sort of games that we play, you know, where there's 2 an hour sort of thing. So the next and last thing we need to do before we settle down for the night is beds. Now, I would like... We'll use vault beds. I could sort of say I've stole these from the vault. No, can I get... Hang on, let's just put that there, shall we? Okay, that means that these people have already got materials. That's empty. There you go. Which is kind of cool. When you do the beds, don't forget to put the top sheet on, as that is what gives you the 2 beds. Right, let's have a look at that. Okay. Now, I'm going to put 6 beds here. This one, as you see, is a personal cot. Does not count. We're going to have one more over here. That will do for this end of town. And voila. Okay, so we now have 6 beds. Oh, more basic circuitry. Let's shift my bed over here for the time being. I won't sleep in my personal bed anyway, so it doesn't make a lot of difference. But when we get tech level 2 and we can build more houses, a lot of these will be moved. So now we have got potential food when someone arrives, defense, and if someone arrives and adds to it, each of these will add another 6. So that would be 30. I did power it, didn't I? Yes. You get that message because it doesn't count this as a recruitment station. However, it's on. Yep, there we go. And I've got it set until we get 26 settlers. I'll probably change that. Oh, and did you notice as well, we're now up to a 40% chance to recruit. And that's every 16 hours. And that's game time, not your time. Well, can you imagine if it was your time? 16 hours. Oh. And I believe I was just given workshop rations. Now, the thing I have mentioned before, but I'll mention again, when you are... Oh, look at that. When you are If we go to settlement options menu, nope, not settlement. Field survival statistics. Here we go. Threat level 1 of 5. You know what? Oh dear, blooming heck. It's been a while since I've done this one. Oh, settlement options menu. Nope. Game menu. Architect. There it is. That's the thing. In here, you will be given 1 workshop ration every 5 game hours. So now, as you see, as I've just got one, it has just reset the timer. So, however, when you see in here under aid, there are none. Nope. Settler rations you can't eat. Okay. Now, sorry, hang on. We go to architect, food and supplies, right the way across. I want some utility planters. This is where you get compost and how you get fertilizer. I'll put these two, put one there. Yep. And actually I'll put one there. You can have 2 a settlement. That's it. However, if we go to here, and this is sorting all the bits out, in there you can put rotten stuff, not mouldy food. That's what you make antibiotics with. Bristly meat. I've only got 1 rod, so I don't need any more. Diseased meat. Yuck. Wild berries, as I mentioned previous videos ago, you want to hold on to those. And then if we come up here to effectively things that are made with carbohydrates, and I'm pretty sure that the deviled eggs go in there as well, but not sugar bombs. Instamash, yes. Fancy lad cakes. Rumco mac and cheese. Anything else? Nope. You can put melons and things in there. I'm not sure why you'd want to. But we want to open the compost bin. Now, this will allow us to domesticate wild and vault plants into crops, as I mentioned on my growing plants video. It does require survival skill 30 or settler skill 1 to use. So if we go to, oh, hang on, my settler skill is not 30. However, to convert it's 1 wild plant, 1 bone, 1 fertilizer. So you want to collect bones and fertilizer. Wherever you go. Now, go to here. And we get rid of these. Marvellous. And the melon. And the dog food we're going to get rid of. And we've got a lot of stuff here. I'll get rid of the fishing rod with bait for the time being. I have 1 trauma kit, 1 bandage. Ooh, is not enough. Because now let's just, before bed, how are we doing for time? 43, okay. Right. I really should have a trauma kit before bed. Okay. Quite simply because it just means I'm going to have less chance of taking a hit. It's gonna, now the trauma kit is going to fix a little bit of my wounds over time, and I'm going to live with that radiation as well. Now, if we come to the chem station, that means I have 1 bandage, so that'll be 2, 3, 4 bandages, 1 2 trauma kits. Can't make anything there. Ingredients I could make with some whiskey, but whiskey you can use in other recipes. I can't make any chems, fireworks, and utility. I've got a companion whistle, I believe. Oh. And I've got at the moment the Vanguard headgear, which does a bit of defence, but once I can do it, which I need science for, we will make a sonic one which doesn't give any benefit at all. So let's have a quick, let's just save here. So food 134 and 30. So I want to get those fixed before I go to sleep, because it does increase your chance of getting an illness. 48 hearty. Okay. All right. See, how much am I left with? 90. Okay, that's good. I can do that. 90, which is 30, 68, and it's gone. Hooray. Okay, and if we go to here, right, so we have a place which is good enough for some settlers to arrive in. We've got some defence. We aren't going to get anyone for a while anyway, not until at least the morning. So I think now is the time to get some sleep. And then on the next vid, what we're going to do, let's just sleep. If I went for 9 to 11 hours, let's fingers crossed we don't get an illness. But on the next vid, the next thing really we should do is clear out Concord and get the guys. Oh, I've got an illness. Weakness, which is buff out. And that kind of makes... oh, bugger. Okay. Now, as you can see, I am thirsty and hungry, but I'm not hungry. I'm going to just 1, 2, 3, 4. It should be probably one more. Oh, it's going to be 2. Okay. 6 rads. 1. No, there we go. Okay. Now, in order to get rid of the weakness, I would have to use an antibiotic, which I'd rather... well, that just cures infection, so no, it's not that. I could use that one, which will cure it. That's kind of a biggie. Or I need buff out. Now, the question is... buff out. Now, I know there is some buff out. Let's have a look. It's not the rain, not up there. It's round. It's there's a place over here that's got a blood bug in it, and there's some. What's the name there? Question is what? Let's have a look. What weapons have we got? We're okay. Not massive amounts. And we have no long range. So, you know, we're not going to do... Oh! Our first settler! Hooray! Hi, how you doing? He's already on food. There you go. And you will see as well that he has changed his clothing. So now in here, what did he have on? He already had the farming gear on.
Hope you ain't one of them synths.
No.
You're to spy on me.
No.
Let's trade some things.
Of
Okay.
course.
Okay. Don't bother taking those. They are useless. And I understand that from past seasons, they could cause your game to crash if you try and scrap them and things. So just leave, if it says settler, leave it alone. Anyway, you, my friend, should be on that. You are. You're on that food. Marvellous. Now that will affect. That means that water and food is 29. Okay. I don't really want to put this down, but I would rather keep everything happy. another pipe, so that'll put it to 36. So all the numbers work now. And also when we get the crew, we'll go up. But between now and then, that's going to take, in order to, right, okay. The plan for the next video, and forgive me for going on and on, we will investigate Concord later on. I'm going to go over, we're going to get Abernathy, we're going to get some more food, because with any luck we'll get melons and potatoes. And we're going to do this area sweep around here, either that way or that way, depending on what level we are. Sunshine Tidings. Oh, the Lonely Chapel and the stockpile rather, and Walden Pond, Gorski and back. That will give us a lot of supplies for the future, and also I should be able to get some buff out. So, perfect place to leave it. We are ready to go. 6 in the morning. So, again, huge thank you to all who have watched, left likes, commented and subscribed. Thank you all so very, very much. Really does mean a lot to me. If you have enjoyed what you've seen, please consider leaving a like or a comment or even subscribing. That would be absolutely amazing. And I think really, oh, and I will move that between videos, but that's all I'll do. It's just a huge thank you. Be safe, be well, and also as well to all who aren't feeling very good. You know what, I do hope you feel as well as you can as soon as possible. So, okay, just going to have to plod it, but never mind. Okay, take care all. I'll see you all soon. Ta-da for now. Bye-bye.